it's quite interesting because my dad, he works a lot with gambling. He used to, I don't know, you said that
Excuse me
you're...
again. Yep. Somebody really wants to talk to me, apparently.
Sorry. But yeah, you said that you're from Sweden. My dad is from Åland, halfway in between Sweden and Finland.
It's a wonderful place.
Yeah. He used to work for PAF there, which is their like local casino gambling company, all of that. And it was interesting because my dad used to work as part of the think tank for Nokia, and he applied a lot of the things and a lot of the techniques that they were using at Nokia to get people to constantly engage with their phone back in like the 90s and early 2000s, and applied that to PAF. And he was like, it's so interesting when you know the like psychological theory behind gambling and casinos and slot machines and all of that, and then you look at stuff like social media and you see how similar they are, and the sort of reward centers and like feedback loops and all of this sort of stuff, how it's all very similar.
And of course, designing things in a feedback loop to shape behavior. Now we're getting back to the curation and the galleries. That is great power, and it's also a power one should wield in a moral way and for moral ends. And there, of course, one can get into hilarious arguments about when it actually is moral and when it actually does become creepy.
Yeah.
But it actually does look like I should probably attend to the people who are shouting at me online, whatever it's about.
It's all good. I need to go off anyway as well, because I've got a lecture at 1. So, yeah.
What's the topic?
It's about... actually, I need to check. But... it's about personal and professional development, which is
useful.
Yeah, it's a long way of saying that they're going to bring in some speaker who's a successful artist and get them to talk about how successful they are.
Oh yeah. The interesting ones are the ones that admit, oh yes, I just slipped on a banana peel and were really lucky.
Yeah, and it's brilliant. And also unbelievably frustrating as well, because you know that they're telling the truth, that it was purely luck of the draw. I was just in the right place at the right time. But then also at the same time you can get a bit jaded by it, because you're like, oh, another lecture where someone's like, oh, well, I just got lucky because my mate was running this gallery, and you're like, oh.
But most people don't tell that story. Most people try to come up with some piece of wisdom that has led them to their position. But one should recognize that it's actually mostly luck. The people who admit it's luck, at least they are somewhat honest about it. And then you can start picking out, so how did you make that luck work out for you? I deal a fair bit with Silicon Valley entrepreneurs, and most of them are, of course, full of themselves because they believe they actually found a secret to success. And objectively speaking, no, we know that this is mostly luck.
Yeah. It's what does makes my dad's work very difficult, because he works mainly in tech startups. But he does have a background in gambling and setting up poker companies and all of that. So he's like, the combination of the two is so frustrating, because you get exactly the same types, both as customers in poker companies, but also as tech startup people. And he's like, there's been so many times where I've flown all the way out to meet a brand new business partner, and then I'll just realise that, no, you're a gambling addict who, instead of gambling with money in a casino, you're gambling with money with your tech startup. I don't want to be a part of this. I'm out. I'm going home.
But at least being able to realise that is so valuable.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, this has been a wonderful conversation. I'd love to continue it.
Absolutely. If I have any more questions, I will definitely email you again and be like, Anders, please.
Yep. Always happy to chat. If I don't respond to an email in a timely fashion, just send another one, because I'm, as usual, scattered between 1,000 things. But I really enjoy this open-ended conversation.
Brilliant. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Have fun. Brilliant. Good luck.
Yeah. Have a great day. Thanks.
You too. Cheers. Bye-bye.
Bye.